Okay, it's live. Narc? Yep, exactly. And it's working too. Nice. Glad to see nothing broke in between, well, those few days. Oh, but I should get the stream statistics. Hi, hello. Okay, let's begin. So let's start with the main file. Sonic.asm. Yes, that's a good name, I know. The audio's good? Thanks. What's up? Hello, Carrie Prophet. Welcome to the stream. We'll just be talking about code, though. Thanks. Okay, go on. So, to begin with, actually, let me make a poll. I completely forgot about a poll. What should I start explaining first? And send. Okay. I'm gonna ask now, do you still not have a good idea on who the villain of Dalton Higgins is? I just want to make sure I'm not giving it away, so I'm asking. I do not know. I really do not know. Not right now, anyways. I mean, we've only just started, so... Oh, wait. Stupid, I forgot to... Okay, this is gonna be a bit annoying. I'm doing good then. Gosh, I forgot to ask if you wanted music. I should have put on my earphones beforehand. I'm dumb. I hope I don't have to restart stream because of that. It'd be kind of annoying. Let me try anyways, hold on. Just get those. Okay. I have no idea whatever you want. I loaded the color palettes. That's 66.6%. 2/3, huh? Alright. There's only 3. Wait, there's only 3. Oh, there's 4 people on the stream. Okay. 5 views currently. That's not bad. Okay, this may be a little loud, but. Gonna have to. Of course, it didn't work. What did I expect? Does it work now? Let me just make sure that the audio isn't coming from the computer. One sec, guys. Like, for example, this. Okay, very good. Okay, so you see me latest post? No, I have not. Let me go check that. Me latest post! Okay, let me see the latest post. Cat found this show called Hell of a Boss and bring almost the whole entire series in half a day. Cool. 410 writing, 310 humor. Oh. Okay. Well, that's cool. You mean the humor is great? Okay. I love the way you pronounce that. Me latest post. Also, update on that. I finished the whole thing yesterday. All 2 seasons. Nice. Okay, so we're currently going with color palettes at 66%. Okay, then. And then we'll do Lavra Zone Act 4 and other zones. Apparently they're releasing Season 3 sometime. Well, after what happened with that, the C6 was one. I don't know what you're talking about. It's 2/3. Okay, yeah. I also completely forgot. I should put on some music. What kind of music do you guys want me to put on? If any. Yeah, I try to prepare, yet I'm doing terribly. I don't know. Are you sure about that? That's some good old Persona 5. Absolutely. Okay, I agree. Wait, I don't have the songs available. Oops. Guess I just do it online. Alright, let me just mute this in case something bad happens. Explaining things by elements animation. I am not doing animation, I'm sorry. That stuff takes way too much time. Also, apparently got a... Oh. Hold on. I may have to stop stream a second. Oh, jeez. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. And from what can happen, it's possible I have to stop stream. I hope that doesn't happen, but yeah, let's just hope. Okay, so Persona 5 OST, I guess. I'll just put... Is there like an official album by Alice or something? I don't think there is. I guess I'll just go with this one, the first one. This was 5 years ago too. Okay, what does chat say? It's not animated. It's just a still intro with lyrics. Hello, Perfect Cell 420. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I guess I'll start... I'll just pick random. Pick randomly. Hold on, I gotta put this lower. I'll do my 15. Beneath the Mask? Okay. Let's start with Beneath the Mask then. Beneath the Mask, chill one. I guess I'll just do instrumental version. Oh, flip off. I remember this freaking... Okay, I can't do this, unfortunately, because YouTube is extremely buggy and, pauses my video every single time we encounter a new one. Well, we change, so either we'll have to go back to the freaking... Let me just show you this. Actually, that's probably not the best idea. So unfortunately, I can't do this because YouTube is buggy at the moment and pauses the OST video every single time a new video is loaded. Because BugTube is freaking fantastic, so we can't do this. I'm sorry. It won't work. We can do other stuff though, like... It's okay, thanks. Like Sonic CD... Explaining things in? Not yet. Should download the music app? That would have to play through my phone, which would echo through the mic. I don't want that. Let's find some classic, I don't I don't even have a music player. Jeez. Okay, let's just do it the old-fashioned way and play, some Patient. Because Patient's awesome. Put the volume a bit lower. I didn't put the audio back on. My bad. Jeez, everything's going wrong in the stream already. Is this loud enough for you? Can you still hear me, or can you still hear the audio? I'm not gonna put on my phone just to test that out. It's out on my phone. Also, Ralsei, with the dark, I can ask you to do something. Can you? Hold on. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I almost had to stop the stream. Jeez, this is not going well. Okay, how long am I in this already? 12 minutes? I gotta hurry. Okay. So we started with color palettes. I'm just gonna... No, this is not... Oh, not here. Multiple Act 4, and then in sequence. Okay, so let's start with color palettes, to which the music's a bit too loud. Wow, even at -15? Okay, what about now? Wait. Oh my gosh. Jeez, I'm so stupid. There, now I fixed the freaking mic. I think. Sorry about that. I think it's better now. Sorry. Yeah, it's fixed now? Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so first I need a tool, which is this right here. Hive Pal. Can I show this with OBS? I hope I can. I can, okay. This sounds even cute. How? Oh, oops. How did I break? Dude, OBS is broken as hell. What the flip? Wow, just a tiny thing and it broke. Okay. That's annoying. Oh right, I need to build the... I need to build the ROM. Okay, hold on. Let me just, copy that. I didn't want to press F1. Build it. Alright. Let me just build the game so that it's easier. Wait, actually I could have just converted the... That's stupid, I could just put the bin file directly. Hold on. I don't need to build the game. I'm doing unnecessary steps here. 1 minute late, it's fine. Also, there are music apps for PC, just so you know. Yeah, but they're not good. Okay. So, should I just show this in full screen? Actually, yeah, it's probably better to show this in full screen. Hold on. Let me just remove this. There we go. So this right here is iPal beta because it never got released. And this is basically a palette editor / viewer. So if it immediately puts me to hacks, that's interesting. I guess it's better than flipping YouTube. Right now, yes. So let's go to this assemblies palette. And here we have every single palette in the game. Every single one, not in order. I don't think you can actually do by order in the ROM, unfortunately, but they're all here. Let's start with... Should I just cover the unused ones? Because there's only like 2. There's only like 2 unused palettes, and one of them is sort of used. It's quite the collection. Yeah. Let's just start... actually, let's start by order of ROM, now that I think about it. Let's start by... in order in which they appeared in the game. So it should be let's try .bin. Hold on. Bin. Okay, so first off I have title screen water, apparently. Guess this is taking too long. Okay, so we have this first. It almost didn't load. Okay, there we go. I need to get palette from ROM, which is misspelled because no one knows how to spell palette, apparently. So this is the color palette cycle for the water on the title screen. Every single color here is a color that changes. Yeah, basically it goes from the darkest to the lightest shade of blue. Now this is a bit weird. The first number is always 0 and is always unused, in a way. And it actually goes by increments of 2, so you can do 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 5, and A, C, and E. It doesn't go higher than that. So you can do that. Or you can just do this. There's 512 colors you can pick from here. Yeah, the Sega Mega Drive only had the Sega Genesis or the Sega Mega Drive only had 512 possible colors. Which isn't a lot compared to the now 16 million. Late, you still waiting for me to answer? I'm still waiting, yeah. Yeah, only has 512 colors. So we can do that. Wasn't 18? No, it's 16,777,216 colors. And that's without counting the 255 alpha channels that exist. So there's that too. So that's basically the gist of this. Okay, so let's just go to a normal level like Green Hill. Have a post for you? Okay, be right back, guys. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, let's just look like a normal level, like Green Hill. That should be 30, I think. Yeah, 30. So here we have the colors that are used in Green Hill Zone, the first zone of the game. Now, these colors right here are basically always the same. Well, except the green right here. these are meant for the badniks in the zone. These are shades of white. These basically never change. These are for springs, I believe, or another sort of enemy. These are for the rings, and this is for when the HUD flashes red. This is unused. I don't know why this is 0800, but it's unused. Nothing in the game uses it. Then we have the actual foreground here. This is basically always the foreground. This is always the background colors. So here we have, well, these colors meant for the walls. These colors for the water, which are actually different than the one on the title screen. Fun fact. These for the trees. And then this for the background water. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. Then we have these colors for the background, and, well, not always the background. These are for the purple rocks. These are for the clouds. These are for more trees, more mountains, and this one is unused as far as I'm aware. Okay, this is kind of a bit boring already, I feel like. What about Labyrinth Zone? So this is still unused. I don't know why it's still here. So if I got started, there are only 4 numbers for each color, and one of them is unused. Only 16 blue, 16 red, 16 green. Sort of. There's, I think, 1, 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 8 possibilities here. We have 0 through E, and it goes by increments of 2. So we only have 8 possible combinations for each color. So 8 to the power of 3, which is 64 times 8, which is 604. Yeah, it's 512. That's stupid. It's 512. Yeah, this was back in the this was back in 1989, but back then this was considered impressive. I mean, the only thing that had more colors and that had many colors was the NES. Now we had like what, 30 different colors? It wasn't a lot. But this has 512. Not that. 512 colors. So we have the enemy palette line. This is different. I don't know why. I don't think it's ever used. These are for the vines. These are for more water. Background. You get, yeah. Basically, this is always for enemies. This is always for foreground. This is always for background. Carpass for Sonic, sure. We have this one. This is like the normal default Sonic palette. There's like 5 copies for whatever reason. Back, I got coffee. Welcome back. Main palette for Sonic. Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, it's fine. I gotta see. I gotta show it at least once. So we have 2 shades of black for whatever reason. This, which is meant for the HUD. These are for Sonic's shoes, his skin. Well, also this, but yeah, and his eyes, I suppose. I think, if I remember right. Unless it's this for the eyes. I don't fully remember. Oh no, these are used for enemies as well. Yeah, sometimes enemies use this palette line as well. It's kind of awkward. Okay, so what about another water palette, like say Labyrinth Zone? We actually have 4 different palette lines here, not just 3, because that actually accounts for Sonic having an alternate color scheme. What game is this palette from? Sonic the Hedgehog. The original. So basically this is what the colors are when a V-blank occurs. Okay, it's complicated. A V-blank is very complicated. I'm not sure if I'm going to explain that. But yeah, this is essentially an alternate palette for Labyrinth Zone that's used when underwater. So the enemy colors have changed a bit. This is still unused. I don't think it's ever going to be used. There's 2 shades of black here for some weird reason. So these have changed. Oh right, these colors are unused. Fun fact. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Then I think that it makes sense that there's always a 0 since 1 byte is 2 hex digits. No, it's complicated. I'm not sure. So even if you only use 3 numbers, I don't think it's that. No, as far as I'm aware, actually, I think we can even go out of bounds with this because this program isn't, bug tested correctly. I think I can put this into a 1. No. There we go. I got a 1 here, a 1000. I think this is supposed to be a white. I think this is just supposed to be like brightness value or white value, but it's never used because white is this. But yeah, you can do this as well. Though it's invalid, so that wouldn't work. Oh yeah, these 3 colors are actually unused or overridden with a palette cycle. This one specifically. Invalid, oops. These ones right here. Okay, so it's kind of used, but no, it's never used. The white kind of still stands. Fair enough. Hold on. Sorry, I had to go do something. It's fine. Reset his signature voice line. Really? I don't remember. Okay. Let's go to... What is palette that's kind of rich? Oh yeah! The title screen. Hold on. So basically the title... Oh, fair enough. Okay. So basically the title screen is actually just Green Hill Zone's palette again, but different. Because, yes. So this is a bit weird. So this is like the emblem. Are you gonna walk me about that for a minute? Dude, come on. So here we have part of the emblem that on the title screen, I think. I don't know why there's 5 shades of blue. Wait, there's like 6, 7 blazes. There's like 7. Oh, sorry for saying that. 7 shades of blue here. What? Weird. I honestly don't know about it either, so I don't know what that is either. So I don't blame him. So there's also this. He has a lighter skin for some reason. Actually, that's an old leftover, I believe. Oh well. So yeah, most of the palette from Green Hill Zone is used here because it's used on the title screen. It's weird. Though it's different. This is also the case with the ending. In fact, let me show you this. The ending also has a different palette. It also has a different Sonic palette for whatever reason it may be. That literally has nothing different besides the background palette, which isn't even used. Oldest male gorilla, he's the leader of the troop. It's literally an adult male gorilla, it's the leader of the troop. I didn't know that. I did not know that, really. In my defense, I'm Spanish, so it's perfectly fine. Best defense ever. You may have blocked many versions of it, but you didn't block Say Siete. Oh. Dang it, you got me there. Welcome to Gboard Clipboard. Any text you copy will be saved here. PCSD? Okay. What was I going to say again? Right. Oh yeah, alternate Sonic palette for no reason other to just waste 16 bytes. Because yes. And alternate Green Hill Zone palette with pink flowers. Well, magenta flowers. And these colors, which aren't really compatible with the enemy palette line. Yeah, it gets weird. What about... Right, the level select. I wanted to see that. Yes, there's an actual level select in this game. Say the numbers in Spanish? No! So So this is what the title screen palette is replaced with after going into the level select screen. There we go, no Spanish. Dang it. Yeah, it's all weirdly, well, it's not really monochrome, but it's weird. These are used for the text and the highlight. Also, I don't know why this isn't fully white here. It's blue for whatever reason. Copies are monochrome. What else is kind of interesting to look at? Oh, right, the special stage? Not really. This also uses a different Sonic palette. Why? It's literally the exact same thing. This isn't even used anywhere. ECA, not E. It makes sense. Okay. I don't get it. Texture common section, the monochrome use black and white, but monochrome actually means only one color. Oh. I didn't get that. Thanks. Right. Let's go to the non-use palette. Oops. It should be 30. It's not 30. Is it 2A? Let me actually look up the values. It's 46. So it's 2E. No. Okay, I'm really not getting it. Hold on. Is this 3E? This is 46. So is it just 23? Hold on. Invalid. Invalid. It's 24. Okay. I just we've seen E as the last number. Fair. Yeah, it's hexadecimals. It's kind of complicated. So this palette cycle used for the lava, which was meant to be used for the lava, goes unused because it doesn't work. Well, it works, but well, let's just say, wow, everyone's joining. Hello, everyone. Let's just say that applying it to the game doesn't look very good. PC I'm setting up for is apparently YouTube cut off your message. Don't worry, I'll wait. Sorry about that. I'll be able to afford having an RTX 5060 unit as well as 32 GB of DDR5 RAM. Wow. That's impressive. Real-time graphics, amazing. So yeah, this is going to be used for the lava, but it got removed because the lava actually changed throughout development. Was Super Sonic in the first game? Nope, he was in the second, which would be Sonic 2. Why display my message? Because YouTube sucks! That's why. So yeah, this is going to be used for the lava, but it got scrapped. In fact, this is the Marble Zone is the only zone in the game that doesn't have a palette cycle. So this goes completely unused. Like Gojo, I don't know. But you suck. So that's about the only unused palette, funnily enough. Apparently there's an unused palette for the special stages. Like these right here, apparently unused background palettes, but as far as I know, they're used, so it's a bit weird. What's RTX and stuff? They literally explained to what they did. It's whatever. I don't care. So, I think we've seen a good amount. Oh right, there's these copies of the Sonic palette for each and their respective stages. For some reason. I don't know why this is here. There's also this... Isn't there another, like... Oh yeah, there's Lapras... Oh, sorry, I yawned. There's also, right, Scrapper Zone Act 3. Which is actually... Get ready, folks. Labyrinth Zone again? But with an alternate palette? Yep. This is literally Labyrinth Zone again. Speaking of which, it's time to do that. So I've done enough on palettes for now. Didn't even notice. Okay, so let's go into Labyrinth Zone Act 4. Oh, jeez. Okay, let me just search up Labyrinth Zone Act 4 and see what comes up. Well, Labyrinth Zone in the first place. So, yeah, it is level Labyrinth. This is for, like, palette fading. Palette, level select, title card, boss. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be in this file. Just got... Ooh, sorry. Guess we gotta go searching. Like, can include maybe? Like, LZ water features? Sorry, Case, can't join today. Something happened. Oh, jeez. Seriously, why the hell is there a 5-year-old VC in the game I'm playing? What? Wait, on or in for children? I don't get it. Okay, well. So, maybe like... Yeah, Labyrinth. So, yeah, you can see here water height. This annoys me that this is not centered with the rest, but whatever. There's actually a 4th entry meant for Scrapper Zone Act 3. And yes, Scrapper Zone Act 3 is actually just Labyrinth Zone Act 4. So why is this? Well, I think level headers should explain it. No, that's per zone. That won't work. Maybe level order? Nah. What's the... Oh, right, pattern load queues. Sorry. There should be what... Wait, this is still Labyrinth Zone. Hold on, there's only... It's per zone still, isn't it? Let me just check. Alright, this unused graphic got removed from the game after the first revision. After revision 0. So it's not here either. Where the flip is this code? Hold on. I'm actually having trouble finding the relevant code. Maybe... Oh, right, freaking level size array. There we go. So this is also data for Scrapper Zone. Also, I don't know why this is the same as Scrapper Zone Act 3, unlike any other area in the game. Hold on a second. Oops, almost exited out of YouTube. Okay. So, this doesn't prove anything. Hold on. Is it level size load? No, I don't think so. Oh, right. Jeez, this is a big ugly mess. I remember this. Hold on. Ryu, you shouldn't have too much problem modding Deltarune if you know about this. I think if you want to, with a bit of help, you'd be able to mod Deltarune quite well. I think you can do that, yeah, it's just it takes a lot of time. If you add custom cutscenes, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Right, yeah, this game uses a big, terrible table for loop tiles. Basically, the game checks if the tile is over 7F, like B5 for example, check if a chunk B5, well, in this case, 35, exists, then make it a special tile, which is a loop tile. That's how they did it in this game. Sorry, I'm just taking so long to do my series because it was like 30 minutes long. A game called Grab, which has someone recently added code blocks. Ooh, cool. Also, wait, I just now realized the ending doesn't have a single loop tile. That's interesting. So adding loop tiles to the ending sequence would actually not make make it break. In fact, they don't even use tunnel tiles either. Interesting. I never thought it would work like that. It took me 3 days to make the last episode. Wow, nice. Scroll block size. I don't know why this is 0 here. Oh right, these are all in use. I remember now. Yeah, these are right. This was when the game had like different backgrounds for each act, and then they removed that. Yeah, this is scroll relating code. Okay, so this is still not it. Why am I having so much trouble finding this thing? Is it not in ink? Maybe it's somewhere else, like in that was in objects. I'm just not searching the right file, I think. Hold on. Maybe deform layers? No, dynamic level events. That's another area. Ladder Zone. There should be, yep, SBC3, which is actually Ladder Zone Act 4. So yeah, it's a pretty big mess. A pretty big mess. Hold on. Sorry about that. I have Fortnite on my laptop. It's running at a max of 480p. Wow. Oops. This Shang is a gaster. It looks like complicated, but it's not. You're just not skilled enough. I'll tell you when. Don't worry. Okay. So I'm still lingering a lot on this. So. Yeah, basically these are the level events. For some reason this is D00, which is actually earlier in the stage. It's kind of weird. So if the player is at the top of the level, actually if it's 18 if Sonic's 18 hex pixels below the top of the stage or higher, so higher or the same, do nothing. Wait, do nothing? Oh yeah, right, I forgot. This game is a bit, well, not this game, but early games were a bit silly with Y coordinates. Usually we were taught that the positive Y goes up and negative Y goes down. In games, it's the other way around. Positive Y goes down and negative Y goes up. So therefore Y says higher or the same. This is not a bug. I don't make cutscenes, so I haven't really touched battles yet, so I actually don't know how hard they actually are. I'm not sure. So, yeah, does that, clears the last checkpoint, restarts the level, sets the level number to Final Zone, which in reality is actually Scrapbrain Zone Act 3. It's just the game doesn't tell you. And locks your controls. Apparently. I don't know why, but it just does. What else is there to look at? Not much. I've kind of done the whole thing, apparently. Okay, there's no way. I thought I saw maybe the Sonic object? like LZ. Yeah, check if level. There we go. Check invincibility. This is another. This is a. This is not a subroutine, is it? No, that's actually a conditional branch. Okay. This isn't that hard. Cool. So, in the check the invincibility subroutine. Well, not really a subroutine. It does all this logic. Checks if you have enough air. If so, then just remove the invincibility music. Wait, remove invincibility entirely? What? That's weird. Okay. Why does it do that? I'm definitely reading something wrong here. Oh well. So, normally, when we're resuming music, it always plays Labyrinth Zone's theme, no matter what, since it's the only zone of water. However, Scrap Brain Zone Act 3, Labyrinth Zone Act 4, plays, well, you guessed it, Scrap Brain Zone's theme. So they had to do an extra check. Check that the zone is Scrap Brain Zone Act 3, Labyrinth Zone Act 4. Then we'll do this. Music List 2 is another, it's a subroutine. It's a subroutine, right? No. I don't think so. No, it's just an address. If so, then check this, I think. Okay, I'm not understanding the code at all. Oh, no, no. Okay, never mind. So if it's not Labyrinth Zone Act 4, if it's below that, then play Labyrinth Zone music. Otherwise, play Scrap Brain Zone music. This shouldn't be a 5. This should be 86. Wait, actually, it doesn't make sense. What? 85 Springer Zone music, is it not? Hold on. One is Green Hill, 2 Labyrinth, 3 Marble, 4 Star. Yeah, what? That's a bug, I think. It should be counted from 1, not 0. That's awkward. And then just play the music. So yeah, there's a lot of proof to do. Yeah, Labyrinth Zone Act 4 is kind of a mess. Wanna know what's extra funny? Because they had to make a 4th act for Labyrinth Zone, they had to make an entry for every 4th act of the game, including Green Hill, including Marble Zone, Starlight Zone, Springyard Zone, and even Scrap Brain Zone, which would be after Final Zone. And there's in fact 2 other ending sequence stages. Now, wait, there's 2 different ending levels? Yeah, the first one's for the good ending, the second one's for the bad ending, if I remember correctly. I barely touched assembly, so I have no idea on this. It's fine. So yeah, there's actually 4 different levels for each zone. The only one of them is used, which would be Labyrinth Zone Act 4. Speaking of which, the ending sequence is extremely, actually, it may be better to look at a guide for this, now that I think about it. Let me see if Sonic Retro is anything involving this. I think it does. I think, in fact, did they update this since last time? No, they actually did. Let me see what they updated. Just a few seconds. General how-tos, engine improvements. Oh, they added more engine improvements. Nice. Sun Rapid. Okay. So, add an Act 4. Where is it? Use Act 4. There we go. Wait, no, never mind. That's the wrong. That's the wrong one. But actually, that could be interesting. Yeah, I'm explaining it terribly. I'm sorry, everyone. It doesn't look that hard to learn. It just looks horrible to my eyes. Fair enough. I mean, this code is weird. Like, includes and evens weren't even a thing when they were programming this. The only real things were like the DCs. Ifs weren't a thing. Align was, I think, a thing. Alright, there's also object positions that are unique to every fourth act, which are also unused. They always seem to point to the first. Interesting. Like, extra object data? Wait, there's extra object data in this game? I didn't even know that. Wait, why is there just... Why are there these, like, 6 bytes that are just unused? That's weird. Okay, well. Let me just, put, Sonic Retro's guide here. Sonic 1 had 3 acts per zone, but the game is actually set up so that it can handle up to 4 acts per zone. This was actually used in one instance because what we know as Scrapper Zone Act 3 is actually Scrapper Zone Act 4, like I explained earlier. Now, actually adding a 4th act is not the easiest thing to do. It's not like, oh, just add another level. No. We have to, well, first off, we have to add a level layout, an object layout for object positions, a starting position for Sonic, change the level size because it's using placeholders, have unique dynamic level events, so these can be empty, and change the level order if you want to actually make it appear in the game. Oh, jeez, there's also the Show Act 4 title cards. Jeez, this one's terrible. I remember this one. There's not enough graphics for the number 4, so they have to, like, do something else. It's pretty insane. Then we need to run it. Okay. Looks pretty cool, yeah. So how to separate title art? Yeah, because Green Hill Zone's art is actually used not only in the title screen, but also in the ending. And it's the same art. So it's not like one level art and 6 Green Hill are shared by both the title screen and the ending sequence. Not only is this restricting flexibility a lot, it also makes working with the Green Hill art itself pretty annoying, as they had to split it into 2 parts, as opposed to all the other zones of the game having only one. So yeah, they had to do this. There's also the fact that the ending sequence was pretty hackishly, like, implemented. Actually, let me just show you this. Hold on. There's definitely some areas where I can show you just how hackishly they implemented the thing. So, palette, yes. So first of all, it uses a completely unique zone ID, which is normal. It also has a unique game mode. Music list, yeah, it uses Final Zone's music as the default thing, which is not normal. There's a bit more though. Yeah, collision pointers are just completely missing for this zone by default. It's really weird. I think there's a bit more. Oh yeah, funnily enough, this is another bug. There's gotta be at least one tutorial for Deathroom cutscene modding? Yeah, for sure. Funnily enough, you can actually activate debug mode in this in the ending sequence without even inputting a code, due to them forgetting to put a check there. Oops. That's a bit of a bug. So ending main loop, yeah. Objects, mappings, demo load, yeah. These are all just subroutines, all the demo files. I thought there were more stuff to do. Alright, there's this freaking... I don't know why they did this. There's literally padding that's literally completely useless. We'll get to that another time. Okay, never mind. This doesn't seem to be included. There's more areas where this comes from, but yeah. The ending sequence was pretty hackishly implemented into the game. I won't lie. So that's about everything I wanted to show by default. Does anyone want me to continue with something else? Your battery's dying? Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I had to go sleep anyway. Oh yeah, it's almost 11 p.m. I completely forgot. Yeah, I may stop here. Yeah, I remember this. Hacked the version from Sonic Mega Collection, which sloppily fixes the infamous spike bug. That one's stupid, I remember that one. I wanted to stay a little longer. You can if you want. What's stopping you? You gotta wake up early tomorrow or something? Battery's also... Oh yeah, the battery. I'm literally forgetting like 4 seconds after what I was already told. I'm being stupid. My battery, yeah. Yeah, true. So yeah, this is the bug fix they used in revision 2. Literally just went in, just used these reserved air trap subroutines, I guess. I literally just plunked all this code here. They didn't even go into the object file just to do this. They literally probably pulled out the hex editor and just did this. It's pretty stupid, I won't lie. Oh right, I remember this. Yeah, each revision, well, revision 0 and revision 1 actually have different serial numbers implemented, as well as apparently checksums. Yeah, it's weird. Wasn't there some other weird stuff that changed between revisions, like, oh yeah, instead of move L0, they just instead of just putting 0 on these variables, they just cleared the variables, which does make it better. Square root calculation subroutine was omitted. This hides the trademark symbol. Yes, because the game actually came out in the United States first and then Japan. You can continue this tomorrow if you still don't have any stream ideas. Don't worry, I know. Last thing with the ideas, I can make you some very basic filter amounts if you want some challenge or something cool to do on your streams. Cool, I'll think about it. Oh yeah, every 50,000 points there's an extra life. Level orders changed, the code was changed. This was added. Oh, so this is the Sega screen. Wait, really? In revision 0, this used to go to the Sega screen, not to the level? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, this is completely changed. It's not invincible. Wait, why was this changed? Oh yeah, in case the invisibility user gets interrupted. Actually going now. See ya. Alright, the add point subroutine was changed. They say there's a bunch of pattern for that difference between revisions. And Rev 0 starts at 1DC0, which amounts to 248 bytes? No, 238 bytes. And Rev 01 to 02 it starts at 1E700, which amounts to 480 bytes. Yay. Serves no purpose. Right, some unused art was removed. Some chunks were updated. I think it was collision. Some special stages were changed. This is special stages 5 and 6 have broken objects outside the accessible rate. Really? I never knew that. Version 01 removes those remaining layouts stay unchanged. Oh. Wait, really? I never knew that. That's interesting. Interesting. I never knew that in my life. Backgrounds changed. Another padding. Okay. Some object positions were changed. More padding. Woohoo. I guess I could go through fix bugs. Where's the optimizations? Oh. Yeah, let's go through a quick look with fix bugs. There's only 17. Oh, yeah, this is nothing. Yeah, this at first cleared too much RAM. Well, at first, it never got fixed. Which would clear the first 4 bytes of V-powered water. Not a good idea. Basically, remove 0. Alright, I remember this bug. Yeah, this bug was due to this line of code being executed too early and needed to be moved down here. Because otherwise, it could actually cause a crash. Like, the only crash in the game. So that's fun. The above code does not properly pop the 16th PLC entry. That's basically an object slot, I think. Occupying 16th slot would cause it to be repeatedly decompressed infinitely. Oh, jeez. That's not good. It's going to be considered. Hey, I didn't write this, okay? Considered more of an optimization of the bug. Bringing the 16 entry as a dummy that should never be occupied makes this code unnecessary. Still, the overhead of this code is minimal. Yep. Oh my gosh, this bug is so stupid. I remember this. Okay, I gotta show this. This is one of the worst bugs I've ever seen in my life. Watch this. So let's go to the cutting room floor here. Wait, actually, I'm done. Kept the. There we go. Kept the actual tabs open. Dude, really? Wrong file. There you go. Well, tab, to be honest. Hold on a second. Okay, back. Right, so fixing bugs. Fix the title screen positions. Let me just read this out loud to y'all. The title screen in Sonic 1 has 2 positioning issues that should be fixed. One is a once you see it, you can't unsee it situation, and the other is guaranteed to happen when you change something that seems to have nothing to do with the title screen at all. This later turned out to be untrue. So, you might have noticed this before, but in case you haven't, this problem can't be unseen. Actually, it can, it's just difficult to see. What's trying to say, you will see it in every ROM hack that didn't fix it. In simple terms, the Sonic 1 title screen is not properly horizontally centered. The entire emblem, including Sonic, is 8 pixels too far to the left of the screen, including the press start button text. I'm not even kidding. This is what it looks like at first. This is what it looks like fixed. It's honestly unbelievable. Internet's dying. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry about that. So yeah, the top one, the red lines, is what the title screen looks like normally, while the bottom one, the green lines, is what it will look like after fixing the bug. So they literally didn't even put the title screen correctly. So they didn't even center it correctly. Wow. That's something. That's pretty impressive, if I have to say so myself. And this even includes the press start button text, which itself is unused. Well, not really unused. Is also broken. Why? Because this line right here clears only half the RAM of the previous screen. This is why it doesn't appear. In fact, in a later version of the game that came out 6 years after the original release, Mega Games 10 added this line of code to make it work, even though they only had to just reduce the size of this. Which means unnecessary coding. Anyways, I just can't believe that. Fix old slick graphics, that's not a huge bug. Oh, right, I remember this bug. This bug is horrible. I'm not gonna go into it. Right, level layout is only 400 hex bytes, but this clears double the amount. It was fixed in the next game, thankfully. Correct drowning bugs. Yeah, that's weird. This clears long words, but the loop counter is measured in words. This causes 170 bytes to be cleared instead of BE. And this also means this had to be changed, since the buff loop only does long words. Yep. Remember sprite related bug? This one's weird. Another one, another one. Okay, that's it for this file. Apparently. Okay, I'm gonna... I don't really have much else to go into, so I'm probably gonna stop stream now. It's been fun talking about Sonic for a bit, but I'm gonna go, I think. I can only do so much. Let me just close out of this. There we go. Hold on. So yeah, that's some code explained in a way of Sonic. There we go. It actually works now. So I'm not sure if we're gonna do this again, to be honest. It's really not that interesting. But yeah, some bits of code explained. That's about it. And I'll see you all tomorrow, maybe, with a new video, not in a live stream, a new video.